You cannot ignore that a
Understand?
transition happened. On
I
my
understand that, and I
on
do not ignore that.
Yes,
I'm
Yes,
you
you
proud of
do.
my
keep yes, you do.
transition.
You keep
I am
discrediting it.
proud of
Unique.
my transition. I'm proud of my
Not if you're lying
transition.
and tricking men. Not if you're lying and
Unique.
Well,
tricking men, you're not
I
I'm
proud.
not
do
speaking
not
on you
trick men.
slacking
I don't
off.
trick men. I
You
have a
are tricking
pussy. I
men.
don't
If
have to.
you
I do not
having
trick
sex
men.
with men
I have
and
a
you are not
vagina.
telling them,
I
you're
do not
tricking
have to
them.
tell them.
That's
I
how
don't have to tell
transgenders
them.
get
That's
killed.
not called
Unique.
tricking. I
Unique.
don't
That
have
is
a
not
dick
That's
in
tricking.
between my
that's how
legs. I
transgenders
don't
get
have
killed.
a dick.
Speak.
If I
All
had a
right.
dick, then yeah.
Okay, so in a previous live video, I had like a 5-hour conversation between natural born women, trans women, gay males, and heterosexual males. Now, I had a 5-hour conversation talking about a various of topics, and at a point in the conversation, it went left once a post-op transgender woman said that it is not her obligation to tell men that she was previously born male because she now has a vagina. Now, there was several transgender women on the call, and the person, Lady Luck, was the only person who felt like she did not need to disclose that. All the other transgender women felt that that was necessary to disclose. But it was a bumpy road to us getting there. It was very civil. And then after that got entered into the chat, you know, I cannot be not real on how I felt about that. I had to be very firm in my position. And, you know, it was what it was. So let me show you how, you know, we led up to there. For this video, it's kind of going to start at a 10. But if you watch the actual video, you'll see how it was very mellow for a long time. And then it just got really intense. What's up? It's your girl Nique, and you're tuned in to Nique at Nite. And tonight we're going to be talking about some uncomfortable conversations that need to be had, okay? It's just sometimes people shy away from talking and addressing the LGBT community because they fear being canceled, they fear being bullied, and they fear, you know, losing their careers and their jobs because God forbid you don't agree with somebody in the LGBT community, it's the end of the world. I am a person who I am going to raise my daughter to stand in her truth. I am going to stand in my truth and not back down from how I think, feel, or anything like that for anybody. All right, so before we hop into this video, I already know that it may make some people feel a little bit uptight. So I want to remind you guys that on my website, niqueatnite.com, I have some adult toys that might loosen you up, okay? You might need to be loosened up because y'all get real tense when people have an opinion about the LGBT community. I also have male pajamas that match the women's pajamas. So you can, you know, match your mate, your bae, or whoever. You can match male on male, girl on girl, girl on guy. However it is, I have male, female, and lingerie mixed with other adult toys on my website, so check it out. And you can even save $10 off a purchase of 100 or more with the code NIGHTOWL. There is also a new trend around social media where there are groups of people who are trying to bully heterosexual men into dating trans women and saying that if you do not date a trans woman, that you are transphobic.
What are the red flags you look for in men? And one of them was if he wouldn't date a trans woman. Red flag. Let me break this down. Trans women are women. So if you're heterosexual and you're a man and you said you wouldn't date a trans woman because it's a preference, that's just transphobia, period. The majority of the time, our preferences are rooted in something problematic. It could be trauma, racism, transphobia, the list goes on. This person asked why it's transphobic to not want to date a trans woman. Already starting off on the wrong foot by referring to cis women as regular women. Then said something about trans women not being able to carry children. If that's your sole reason for dating someone, keep that same energy for all the women who are infertile.
Yo guys, I made a new sexuality now, actually. It's called super straight, okay? Since straight people, or straight men as myself, I get called transphobic because I wouldn't date a trans woman. You know, they're like, would you date a trans woman? I'm like, no, why? That's a female. No, like, that's not a real woman to me. Like, I want a real woman. No, you're just transphobic. So now, I'm super straight. I only date the opposite gender women that are born women. So you can't say I'm transphobic now because that's just my sexuality, you know?
So, as a response to the climate that was building around social media, trying to make men feel as though if they are heterosexual, that they are transphobic, this gentleman wanted to create his own gatekeep for his sexual preference. And it was so problematic that it got banned off of Twitter. They got muted. He got bullied. And a lot of people in the LGBT community started to bully his family, bully his mom's business. It was so problematic that a man, God forbid, has a preference the same way the LGBT has their preferences, that it needed to be silenced and muted. And it was muted on Twitter, Reddit, and TikTok. We're going to get into that, but let's hear the rest of this foolishness.
The only thing you're doing is telling trans people that you don't accept them for who they are. Because literally, that's the only thing you're telling us. When you come out as super straight, you're only telling us that you are transphobic. I have nothing against straight people, I really don't. But what the f is this? Super straight is the sexual orientation for those who are heterosexual but only like those who identify with their assigned gender at birth. This orientation is most commonly used by straight cisgender men who believe trans women are not women. Nothing but being transphobic.
The problem is that a lot of y'all, you're saying that y'all aren't attracted to trans women because they're not real women. That's transphobic because they are real women and they look like regular women for the most part. In the case where they have the uterus, they have the aesthetic, they have the right genitals and everything, and you simply don't want to date them, or you say that you're not attracted to them on the pure basis that they're trans, that's transphobic.
Eddie Luck, hello.
Hello.
Hi. Nice to have you
Hey.
on the panel.
Thank
What's your
you.
orientation?
I'm a trans woman that's heterosexual. I like men.
Wait. Say that again?
I am a woman of trans experience and I like men. I'm heterosexual.
Explain that.
I'm a sex change. I'm post-op. I have a vagina,
Okay.
and men who date me are straight. They're heterosexual. They're not gay men like cis women call them.
Okay. Finish. I'm giving you the floor. Go ahead.
My problem with cis women, especially cisgendered black women, is that they shame straight men for dealing with us. Men are not gay, they're not nasty or disgusting for sleeping with us. And you're not automatically going to get AIDS from dealing with us.
Do you think that me and you are the same?
Yes, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, yes. I've always known that I was born in the wrong body since I was 3 years old.
Okay. So you think that me, as a biological woman, you think that we are the same? You said?
Yes, I do. And I don't care what anybody thinks about that.
I want you to say how you feel.
I feel like
and I want you to elaborate.
I feel like we are equal, most definitely. I
How?
don't feel like you're better than me. I don't look up to no biological cisgendered woman, and I do not bow down to any cisgendered woman. I'm a woman too, and I do not like, and I can't stand the fact when cis women say, "Don't call me cis, call me just a woman." Well, just call me just a woman too. Shit, I'm a woman too.
You're not biologically born a woman.
I know that I don't have ovaries. I know I don't have a uterus, but I'm still a woman.
But you know that it's more to being a woman than just having babies. So there's a lot to come with being a natural born woman than being a baby making factory. Like there's more to us than that. But I'll let Yanni respond.
Experiences.
Yeah, the thing is that we definitely are equal. All human beings are equal, but we are not the same. You are not a woman. And the thing is about the whole shaming men thing.
I am a woman.
I think that what you class as shaming men.
I ain't gotta be a woman to you, but I am a woman.
What you class as shaming men is our refusal for us to validate a man's heterosexuality with our bodies. Now, at the end of the day, I can remove my vagina from any situation for any reason. If I don't like how many eyelashes a man has, I can choose not to date him. And I don't care who he's dated in the past. For whatever reason, I can choose not to date him. And the thing is that you always attack women, but you never come for the fact that at the end of the day, the people who men worship the most are other men. And that's who they want to impress, that's who they admire, and that's who they allow to shame them the most. The people who really stop men from taking you out in public and on dates and being open with you is other men. Like, it really is other men. At the end of the day, women can't shame men in and out of doing things. Women have been trying to shame men out of being deadbeat fathers, rapists, and everything for centuries, and it hasn't worked. The thing is, the reason why men will not be open and honest with you is because other men won't permit that. Male culture is very heteronormative and masculine, and they don't count that as masculine. Other
Don't
men will
forget
shame
So men
misogynistic.
who deal with us, where does it make a
every
man not
every
masculine for dealing
color
with
of
us?
the face of the
They're
earth
not.
for being with a trans woman, and yet you're coming for women because we will not bed a man who beds you. That is fine. I don't have to, and other women do not have to sleep with a man for any reason. We do not have to validate these bisexual men's, with
They're not
quotation marks,
bisexual. They're
They're
straight.
not
heterosexuality with our
bisexual.
body. I don't
They're
have to
not
use my body to
bisexual. They're
They're
validate
not
straight
you.
men.
And at the end
bisexual.
of
They're
the
But
not
day,
they're not.
And men
bisexual.
who deal,
can I tell you something as
and
well?
just
There are
like we
But
deal
they're
with
not straight
there
bisexual
are
either.
men,
actually
y'all dealing with bisexual men too. And no, yes, they are straight.
No,
They
no,
are straight. I have a
They are
pussy.
not.
I
the
have
reason why
a
they're not straight is
pussy. They
there
are
are
straight,
actual
baby.
terms for your
Men fuck
attraction
my
towards you.
pussy and they eat
There
my
is
pussy
such
just
thing
like
as
they do yours.
gynophilic
So what's the difference?
bisexuality.
I got
Gynophilic bisexuality is the attraction
They're not. It's
to
not.
both
Ain't nothing but
sexes.
bisexuality. I don't deal with
Gynophilic
Let the
bisexual
street
bisexuality
men.
ladies keep
I
it
deal with
real.
straight
why.
men. I like
both
men who like
sexes.
vagina
These
only.
men are attracted to femininity in both sexes, and this is why they
Are you
also look at your
serious?
gay feminine friends, because they are what they are attracted to is femininity in both sexes. These men are bisexual,
And I
and
have
we
a
know this
pussy,
because
and
there
they're
are
attracted
straight
to my
men.
All right,
pussy
all
There are
right,
too.
all
straight men
right.
Just like
All
how
right,
you
man.
have
But if
one, I have
okay,
one
so
too.
so we don't have to dilate our vaginas to keep it open. We don't have a vaginal depth that you guys have. Like you
Okay,
have a
and
certain like it's not the that's why I'm pointing
Well,
out
it's
it's
an
not the
open
same.
wound. Well,
Yeah,
if you don't have
your
sex if in a long time, then it's a
but
thing
that's
of
okay though
atrophy.
because men,
my
That's
because
the
pussies
place
are
when
not
about it.
men
going to
penetrate
close.
us,
I
they
cannot
open up
have
our
sex.
vaginas.
I cannot have I was celibate for an entire year. My pussy opens immediately when I have sex. I don't have my pussy does not close. It does not close. And I'm not being disrespectful with you, but I feel like it's insulting that you were actually born different and you don't acknowledge your difference. Those of you guys who have no clue what I'm talking about, basically, if you are a transgender woman and you get a sexual reassignment surgery for the rest of your life, you have to stick something in there to make sure it keeps it open. If you fail to insert something in there and keep dilating, basically like, using a dildo or whatever to keep it open, then it will close because it's not a natural private area. And also, not only will it close in the opening, but if you don't stick something up there, it will also eliminate you the ability for a person to go as far in. So that will shrink as well. The depth and how far you can go in will also close. So they have to do that very often or else it will close. It's just like, sometimes when you pierce your ear and you don't put an earring in it, it will close. Well, for them, for the rest of their lives, they have to stick something in there or else it will close. So that's basically what I'm pointing out, that we're not the same because I don't have to do that. And that's not, it's just not the same.
And the only reason why she deflected, because I'm about to really get to what's really going on. So
Go
anyway,
ahead, bro. We listening.
get back to the room, and as I kick it with my home, I leave my house. They stay in the room. I'm kicking. I'm like, damn. I'm kicking it. I'm like, man, your friend's got some big feet. You know what I mean? And then I was mad because she came out and she told me, she like, well, they really man. Back in the days before they did all these
Why
definitions.
she fake as hell for saying that?
But listen, so I went back and told my homeboys, but it was too late. One of my homeboys ended up getting head by one of these people. You know what I mean? And it fucked them up. And I was at the point, like, I was rough back in there. I was like, man, hey, let's fuck these people up, because that's not cool. They raped
So
them.
you didn't put your hands on the trans women?
You said what?
So you put your hands on the trans
I
women?
didn't do none of that. My thing is, I would have fucked one of them up, because
Well, I'm sure that's why trans women have gay boys as our friends, and they be fucking. They will fuck y'all niggas up for trying to fuck us up. Because we
Okay, but you
women
don't
too.
think, wait. Let's dial it back. What he's saying is a person who was a transgender woman took away the option of that person to consent, which is technically rape. So if you do not allow a person to fully consent to the act, that is rape. So what he's saying is, if
That's not
rape,
rape. I
that
don't
is
agree with
rape.
that, but okay.
That
I
is
don't agree
rape.
with that, but
That's
okay.
non-consent.
rape.
If
I don't agree
a
with
guy
that, but
has
that
sex with
okay,
me,
Nick.
if
I
a
don't
guy
agree
has
with that, but okay.
well, how is it not
That
rape?
is not consensual.
I don't agree with that.
The
That's
iron
not rape.
compliment is not.
Period.
That is not
No, it's
consensual.
not. No,
How
it's
is it not
not.
rape?
Definitely
How is
It's
it
rape.
not
not rape?
rape. It ain't
How is
because
it
it's
not rape?
not.
But then we
It's
How?
don't
not
have to put
How?
ourselves out
because
there.
I'm a woman that likes men. It's not rape.
So
You
why
were
you not
born
saying?
a
What
male,
is a
though.
woman? Define
No,
what
it
a
does. It
woman
don't
is.
matter. I have a pussy and I have breasts.
So
So
you
why?
don't.
What
You
Okay.
is a
don't. So you
woman?
don't. So you don't tell. So you don't tell men that you were born male.
I have a vagina. Why the fuck should I? I don't got to tell nobody nothing. I
Because
don't
it's
have to.
not a real
No,
You don't have a
Because you need
vagina.
to
You
be
have an
honest, because that's
inverted
not
penis.
consent.
it ain't nobody's business. If I want to
thing.
date the man, then I'll tell them. But if I'm just fucking him, hell no, I ain't telling him shit. It ain't none of his business.
You
Crazy.
don't have a
So
vagina.
Oh
You
you
my
have
don't
an
think that
God.
that's
inverted penis.
dangerous? You don't think that that's dangerous?
Do anybody ever expose their STDs or
You
expose that they
should.
have diseases or
You
expose anything
should.
about them?
Before
No.
anybody has sex, you should be exchanging your STD rates. You
Well,
should,
people don't do that. So
but they should though. They
Exactly.
should.
And
Right.
can I
So
just say, a vaginoplasty is not a vagina, it's an inverted penis. You don't have
it
a
is a
vagina, you have an
vagina. It
inverted
is a
penis.
vagina. It is a vagina.
I don't
I
have
have
an
a
open
vagina. You
wound
cannot tell
that
me
can
what the
close.
fuck I have.
I have
And do
a
not
vagina with a
disrespect me
bulb of
before
Nique,
you get
liquid
cussed the
Nique,
blood
fuck
Nique,
out.
flowing
Nique,
east
Nique,
of the
Nique.
It is
cervix
a
and leads
yeah.
to
vagina.
a woman's
Right.
It is not
uterus.
an
It's a
inverted penis. It's
functional
a
organ,
vagina.
not a
It's a
tampon. It
Hey,
vagina.
is
It's a vagina
circulated
that
in the
functions the
dry
same way
body.
as yours.
All right,
Probably
go
better
Gestational
than
ahead now.
yours.
All
period.
right,
I
all right,
probably
all
get
right, all
better than
right.
you.
people like Lady Luck don't get y'all nowhere. I'm sorry. People like
Well,
Lady Luck
people,
don't
well,
get
people,
shit.
most cis women down trans women too. Well, cis women shouldn't
No,
down us.
what cis women
Please.
do is speak facts at as far
Cis
as we
women
are
do
not
not
the
speak
same.
facts for us
It is a
though.
fact that
Y'all
we are
do
not
not
the
speak
same.
facts
Just
for us.
Lady
because you
Luck,
said for
Y'all speak
us, look
facts
at
for
what you said.
yourself.
Lady
You
Y'all do
Luck,
said
not
for
it is
speak
a
us.
We
facts
are
for
I'm
not
us.
fact
talking about
that we were not
the
you.
born the same.
same. We are
You
not
said
the
Okay.
for
same,
us.
I
y'all.
understand that we wasn't born the same, but you speak
You
facts
don't
for
understand. You're
yourself.
saying that you're
Y'all do
not. You're
not
saying
speak
that it's
facts for us.
disrespectful.
You
You're
cannot
saying
tell
no.
me that
You're
I'm a man.
saying you're,
You
but you
cannot
were
tell
not
me
born
that
female.
men.
So
I
you're trying
understand
to
that I
tell
wasn't
us,
born female, but I
but
am a
you're
woman
trying to
today.
tell. Okay,
I
that's
am a
cool. That's
woman
fine. That's
today.
great. You're a woman today, but you cannot tell me
Been a
as a
woman.
woman who's been a woman since birth that we are the same, and it's disrespectful to tell you
We're
that you're
not.
different when you
It's
are different. You
We
were
are
born a
disrespectful.
different.
male.
That is true.
Okay, but I'm a woman
You were
today.
but
So
but you cannot ignore that a
understand.
transition happened on
I
my
understand that, and I
on
do not ignore that.
yes
I'm
Yes,
you
you
proud of
do.
my
yes you do,
transition.
you keep
I am
discrediting it.
proud of my transition. I'm proud of my
Not if you're lying
transition.
and tricking men. Not if you're lying and
Well,
tricking men, you're not
I
proud.
do not trick men. I don't trick men. I
You
have a
are tricking
pussy. I
men.
don't
If
have to.
you
I do
are
not
having
trick
sex
men.
with men
I have
and
a
you are not
vagina.
telling them,
I
you're
do not
tricking
have to
them.
tell them.
That's
I
how
don't have to tell
transgenders
them.
get
That's
killed.
not called
Nick,
tricking. I don't
That
have
is
a
can I
dick
say
in
tricking.
between my
something
That's how
legs.
before I drop
I
transgenders
off?
don't
get
have a
killed to
dick.
be.
If I
All
had a
right.
dick,
Nick,
then yeah.
are you transgender? Are you cis?
Yeah, I'm a trans woman.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yep.
Okay, what is your input on the
Beautiful sister.
conversation?
And they
Okay,
get.
how are you
I have a question.
heterosexual and
I
trans at
am
the same
heterosexual
time?
because I like men. That's why I'm a
Hey, Nick,
woman of trans
we could
experience and
just
I
keep
like
going around in
men.
circles
That's what makes
on
me
this topic. On
heterosexual.
that topic,
Let
we
Cool.
me
can just keep
ask
going in
this.
circles.
Can y'all hear
Nick,
me?
I want to hear
Am I
All
Jay.
right.
heard?
I want to hear Jay. Jay has something to say.
I don't
I
know.
want
I
to hear Jay.
heterosexual would be the right word, but I would say like you practice heteronormative relationships that mimic
Jay, you on mute.
heteronormative relationships, but like
Here we go.
technically it's not a
Hey,
heterosexual relationship that you're
It
having.
is a heterosexual relationship
All
because I have a
let,
vagina.
It's
I
not,
have a
you
vagina,
don't
so
have a
it is
vagina though.
heterosexual.
Like you
right.
don't
No, you
have
don't
If you have
have
a
a
penis,
vagina.
then I can see if you had a penis, then okay. But if you have a vagina and you have breasts, you have a female body, then it's
you
and you
don't have
like
a
men,
vagina, you
you
have
are.
vagina
I
or
have a
penis.
vagina, baby. You cannot tell me what I
You have an
have. I
inside
have
or
a
ladies,
no.
can
I
All
we
have
right.
can
a
we
Let
just
me say
can
this.
vagina.
Valerie,
we
Let
let
me
I
Valerie,
have
say
a
talking
this.
to your
vagina.
mic.
Shut
Valerie,
up.
talking to
Let,
your mic.
You
let me
have
Talking
an
say
to your
this.
mic.
inside, you have an
A
inside
vagina,
penis.
boo.
Like
You
what?
have a
Look,
penis,
right? I'm
okay?
trying to
You
figure
have a
out.
penis. I don't have a penis.
Why
Lady
is it
Luck, why
that?
are you being so defensive? Calm down.
Because I
Let
don't like
Valerie
people
talk.
disrespecting trans
Right,
women.
you telling
That
people to
But
shut up.
Valerie is
women
a
of
But
trans
we're
trans
not
women.
trans
woman.
But she,
women. You
I'm
just
sure
called
she's
yourself
pre-op. I'm sure
heterosexual.
she's pre-op.
It
She
doesn't
cannot.
matter.
Nobody.
You got
You
It doesn't
hate
cannot
for the
matter. It
tell
doesn't
me.
matter if
you
it's
You
hating on
cannot
your
pre-op.
own
tell
own community right now talking
That
like
ain't my
that. Why are you
community.
talking
She
down
ain't a
on your
part of
own
me.
community
If
like
she
that?
don't feel, she
Ah.
ain't a part of my community. If she don't feel like trans women who
But how
have
can you
a
say that
female
she's not a part
body
of your
that
community when
like
she's trans?
Okay, but I'm
Right.
not saying that she's not a part of my community. What I'm
You just
saying
said
is,
that.
You
who are
just said
you to
that.
tell me
You
who
talking
I
out of
am?
anger.
She disrespected my private part, saying that it's not a
That's
vagina. It
Miss
is a
J,
Because
Miss
it's
vagina.
not
J,
a
It
vagina.
I'm
It's
is
gonna
an
a
be
imitation
vagina.
that's
vagina.
the truth. You have a
Your
rearranged
vagina was
penis.
Don't
made by the
disrespect.
doctor.
Don't disrespect my
oh my
fucking
god.
Your
vagina.
vagina,
Period.
your
It's not a
It
vagina
don't
is
matter.
vagina.
an
It's
It
not.
don't
it's an
matter.
inverted
It
penis.
don't matter. It
It's
is a
not a vagina.
Your
vagina, and it's
vagina
a
is an
phone.
This is
inverted
troll
penis.
vibes.
That is
All
not a
right, all right, all
vagina.
right,
That
all
is
right.
an
Okay.
Wait, we're gonna
inverted
bring you
penis.
Jesus
down, Lady
Christ.
Luck. Lady Luck, Lady Luck. We're gonna bring you down.
Can
You
I
little
speak real
hostile.
quick? Can I
If
Can
we're
speak
I
gonna
real
can I
have,
quick?
if
speak on that
wait,
topic?
wait, 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 both of you, wait, 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 wait. If we're
Jesus
going to
Christ.
have this conversation and we're going to have people understand our viewpoints, we can't be so defensive. You know, we can have. We need to
Okay, let me
listen
speak
to
next.
one another's points of view. Go ahead.
Okay,
Okay,
my thing.
your penis. Hold on. Let me
Okay.
speak. Let me speak real quick. Your vagina that you're calling a vagina is an inverted penis. That is not the same as my vagina that's in between my legs. The fact that you get so defensive when women speak actual facts is beyond me. We are not saying anything that's belittling you. We're literally saying facts, which is you are not a female because you were not biologically born one. You were transitioned into one. That's why you are called a trans woman. Your penis is inverted. Once again, stop comparing your inverted penis to the vagina that I was born with. I don't like it. And I'm a lesbian. I'm gonna get that clear. I'm a part of that whole little community going on, and I'm a stud. I'm the nigga of my relationship.
Oh
Stop comparing
shit.
your inverted penis to my fucking vagina that I was born with. My wife don't like that shit neither. We get periods out of our vagina, sweetheart. My wife had fucking what you call fibroids. One was the size of a fucking baby sitting on her goddamn uterus. She cried, thinking she was gonna lose her uterus and not have a baby. I cried with her. I felt that as a woman. You don't go through that. Stop fucking belittling me and my wife talking about you a goddamn born woman. It's pissing me the fuck off. And the fact that you keep getting offended when people hit you with facts lets me know you're ignorant. I say that shit with people about the fucking gay community too. When we hit you with facts and you try to ignore it, you are now ignorant. There's no bullying. There's no transphobia. There's no homophobia. Whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Is
You are telling someone with facts.
unmute my mic
Somebody else speak.
Can I speak? Let me just add jump in that real quick.
and
And like
tell
that,
him
I can imagine. I have a son, and if
if
somebody
I'm
did
dating a
that to my
man,
son, that's the ultimate disrespect.
Yeah, I
that's
feel
not
like if it's
disrespectful.
something serious where she can
I
see
have a
herself
son.
like being with this person, I feel like she should tell that person before
That's
getting
how you
into it.
feel.
If
Now,
she's
That's
sexually
why,
active
man,
with
that's all
them,
I
she
feel.
should tell them. If you're
Yeah, that's
not
how you
sexually
feel.
active with
Right.
them, then okay, you have a right not to disclose that. But if you're sexually active with somebody, not giving a person the choice of consent is wrong. Just like a
Absolutely.
man who is married. If a man who is married and he does not give you the choice of consent to dealing with a married man, that's wrong. If you do not give a woman the consent of having sex with, like, if a woman is asleep and she doesn't give you the consent to have sex with her, that's wrong. If you have new
that's right.
information, a person can change their mind on what they want to do, and if you take that away, that is pathetic. Why would you want a
Okay,
person who does not want you if you
if
tell them who
I'm
you are?
dating a
That
man, if I'm
if you
dating a
No,
man, then
if you're
yes, I'm
having
going
okay.
to
sex with
tell
a man,
him.
why
If
would you
I'm
want to
having
have
Nique,
sex
sex with
with
Nique,
somebody
him,
who wouldn't want to have sex with you if they knew who you were?
but I
That's
got
Because
a
they like
Miss
pussy,
being
Nique,
it
with
doesn't
let me say
matter.
this
men.
and I'm gonna
But
drop
Nick,
off.
it
I
does
Miss
beg to,
Nique,
I
matter.
beg to
My
Miss
differ,
Nique,
man.
God.
I
I'm gonna
beg to
say this
differ.
and I'm gonna drop
If
off.
I
if
got a
you
I got a
if
Um,
whole
if
vagina in
you
okay,
between my
such a
legs. Who else am
compliment,
I
let me
supposed
say
to
It's
be
an
this.
with? I ain't
inverted
with no gay
penis.
man. I
yo,
don't
Nick,
need
Let
to
me
you
be
say
wanna
straight
this.
men, of
you
course.
Miss Nique,
And straight men do
I
like, and straight
appreciate
men do
the
want my
panel
pussy
you
because it's a
having.
pussy.
They want an
Miss
inverted
Nique,
penis.
Miss
No, it's
Nique,
not an
I
inverted penis,
appreciate the
But
sweetheart. Don't
panel
can
you
you
disrespect
see
having.
me.
why it's
I'm
not
gonna say
Period.
You're
this.
All
It's
right,
a
thank you for
I'm
disrespecting
gonna
vagina.
me.
going on mute.
say
It's a
that.
You're
vagina.
herself?
disrespecting
So how
me.
can
Didn't you
you
Don't
say fuck my
disrespect
wife?
me.
to respect
You're
Didn't you
me?
say fuck
disrespecting
my
me.
wife?
These
Period.
few
Well,
Right.
since
Didn't
you
you
conversations,
say
since you
fuck my wife,
disrespected
but
you
you're
didn't
these
you
inverted
few
penis?
disrespected
moments,
me and
It's
you
too
everyone,
many people
disrespected
Yeah,
talking
me
at
don't
one
say fuck
time.
and
my
can I
you
wife, but
talk?
you're inverted penis, because you
and
mad.
you
Miss
disrespected
Nique,
my vagina.
you
That's why I
see
said
what
fuck
No,
your
you're
wife because you
talking?
no,
disrespected
I
my
said you're
vagina. You said it was
inverted
an
penis,
inverted
which is
penis,
what
and
it
it's
is.
not an inverted penis. It's a vagina.
No, it's an
Respect me.
inverted penis.
No,
Okay,
it's a
Sorry.
vagina.
Have a nice
Shut up.
night. It's an
No,
inverted
you have
penis.
a nice night too.
okay,
Bye. Don't talk
Inverted
to me.
Question.
penis.
Don't talk
Question.
to me. A
Miss
vagina.
Nique,
A pussy.
do you see who's over
Yes.
speaking us?
Nikki.
This is
All
how
right,
it's
all right,
been.
wait. All right, everybody chill,
This
chill,
is
chill, chill. All right, wait. Mama Me, what is it that you wanted to say?
okay. Okay. This kind of
That's why I
happens.
can't do cis women.
See what I'm saying?
Now,
See what I'm
wait a minute,
saying?
wait a minute. And
Like
don't it's not all
we're
sis.
letting
Don't
them.
say
We're letting them. You
it's
see what
not
I'm
all cis
saying?
women. We
You
can't
They
be
No,
see?
but
picking on
see,
disrespect
the
women.
us, but they
problem.
talk
Okay.
about
Well,
we
let me.
disrespect
Wait,
them. Like,
Me.
girl,
hold
make
on,
it make
wait.
sense.
No, wait. Let me take everybody down. Let me take everybody down and talk to Lady Luck one-on-one. Hold up. Let me talk to Lady Luck one-on-one, just me and you.
Okay.
Your problem that you're having with cis women is that you cannot come to terms with your reality. Now, that's the same with people who are like living a lie. You at the point, like you are, in a sense, when you're not telling and you're not disclosing and you're not being honest, you're living a lie. So when you're living a lie, it's hard for you to come to terms with people who are being honest with you. That's why you're having
Okay,
problems
but I'm
with
not living a lie. That's
cisgender.
your
You
opinion. If you
are
feel
living a
like
lie.
that, then
If
that's your...
you're not,
No, I'm not. I have a vagina. How am I living a
you're living
lie?
a
Because
lie. You're living a
what
lie.
should I... So whether you think trans women should say that we're men, that the men who fuck us are gay, no, we're not ever going to say that. Period.
No, but you
We're
should
women,
disclose.
and the men
You
who
should
fuck us are
disclose.
straight. Period. They're straight men. They're not gay. And here's
Okay,
the problem that I
you're
have with cis women.
because we keep it a buck. Go ahead.
But the problem that I have with cis women, me personally, and I can speak for a lot of trans women, is that cis women shame men for dating us, and that's why they are discreet, and that is why they do not date us openly, because they are shamed for dealing with us. They're
So you're
called
mad
cis
at
women,
women
call
because
them
so
cis
you're so
women
you're
call...
mad. So you're mad at women because a man won't claim you.
Yes, I am mad at women for that. I'm mad
So
at
why
cis women
aren't
for
you mad
that.
at the
They
men who don't
call
claim you?
that
Why
they
no?
call
Why
men
no? Men do what they want to do. Men do what they
they
want to do.
call
Men are the ones
but
who
they
are the
call these
deciders.
men gay.
We no wait, Lady Luck. I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna let you talk. But let me let you know something. In heterosexual relationships, you know who has the authority to grant the relationship or not? It's the man. The man has control of that. Don't blame us for a man not claiming you.
But here's my thing. Cis women can manipulate a man and can
We can't
shame him.
manipulate
Call
shit. A man is a man
y'all,
and he's on his own. You cannot be mad at us because a man does not want to claim you.
but men, if I feel like if
So
there
you're mad
wasn't a
at
lot of
us for
shaming
the
going
actions of
on,
somebody else. How did that sound? That don't even sound right. You're mad
yes,
at
I
me
am mad
for
at
the
cis
actions
women.
of the
Because
person that
y'all call
you're not
men
dating
gay,
me.
nasty, and disgusting for sleeping with us. Men are not gay for sleeping with me. They're not nasty or disgusting. I'm worthy of a
Okay,
man
so
too, just like you are. I
will
like
you
straight
admit,
men too,
can you be
just like
honest?
you
Can
do.
you be honest? Can you be
I
honest?
am being honest. I'm speaking my
You're not
truth.
being honest.
I'm not.
You're
I am being
okay.
honest. I'm speaking my
Okay. If
truth.
that's your truth, you're not speaking the honest truth.
Okay,
So
because
anyway,
it is an
can you be
honest truth.
honest?
It
Okay.
is.
All right, cool. That's your truth. Can you be honest in acknowledging that the majority of transgender women still have their male part? Take yourself out of it. Not speak for Lady
Yes.
Luck, speak for transgender women. Do the most
Yes.
majority of your community of women have their male genitalia, or do the most majority of the women who are transgender have a post-op vagina?
Most of them are probably pre-op. Yes.
Okay. So how can you be mad at women who say that a man who deals with a person who has transitioned, who has male genitalia that we do not have, may not be completely straight? Why are you taking so offense to that?
Because men who deal with us, even if we're post-op, the stigma is still
No,
there.
no,
They're
no,
still
no, no,
called
no,
gay for
no,
dealing with
no,
us.
no, 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 no.
Just like y'all was saying
No, no,
earlier.
no, no,
Okay,
no.
my
Answer what
vagina
I
is an
said.
inverted
Answer what
penis.
I said. Answer what I said. You keep reverting it to
Okay.
you. You keep reverting it to you. I can answer a question about women without personalizing and making it about me. Okay? I'm Nique,
Okay.
but I'm also a woman, and I can speak as generally speaking for women, and I can speak for myself. I'm not asking you to speak for Lady Luck. I'm asking you to speak when it comes to the transgender community. So if you can admit that the majority of your community still have their male genitalia, you can also admit that the sexual experience between a man who's interested in somebody who is transgender is the different experience than a person who is dealing with a natural born woman. If you can't admit that, then you're not being honest.
Yeah.
No, I want to hear your. I want you to speak.
First,
Because
okay, so this how
you
I
are having a
feel.
problem. Wait, you're having a problem and you're being very envious of us.
Okay, but no. Cis women are very envious of trans women.
Okay. You're being
I'm
envious.
not envious of no woman.
You are being envious.
What am I going to be envious for? I have what am I going to be envious? What am I going to be envious for?
You are being envious because
about what?
You're being envious
About
because
what?
men that you want are not claiming you because they do not want the stigma of being labeled as being homosexual, because the majority of your community still has their male genitalia. The majority of the men who are interested in transgender women, they want to have a fully functional transgender woman. You're also probably having problems because men who you want are picking the transgender women who still have their male parts. And
Well,
all
actually,
of those
I don't
things,
date men who like. I date straight men.
all of those things you're blaming us for. You're blaming
I
us
have a
for things that
vagina,
are
so
not.
I date men who
You're
like
blaming us
vagina.
for things
So
that is your own insecurities that you're projecting. You're
cis
projecting.
women have the insecurities. I don't have any insecurities. I'm very secure with my womanhood. The problem is that y'all never take accountability for what y'all do. It's all y'all always try to
What should
take
we take accountability for?
about shaming men for dealing with trans women, pre or post-op, calling these men gay, calling them nasty or disgusting.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause you right there. If a man deals with a transgender woman and he wants the transgender woman to fuck him, I'm sorry. If a man is dealing with a transgender woman who has a fully functional penis and he wants the transgender woman to fuck him, that is not the same sexual experience that I, as a natural born woman, is having with a man. So you're mad because people.
And I agree. I agree with that.
Okay, but that's the majority of what's going on in your community. So you're mad at how the community is looked at on what's going on as a majority.
Okay. But when I was pre-op, I never talked to men. I never used that part. I didn't even like it. I hated it. I usually got
what were
fucked
they
in my
interested
ass.
in? What were they interested in?
They was interested in fucking me.
And
they didn't
what
want
else?
to touch that part. They didn't want to touch that part.
I haven't.
Because I've always attracted straight men, heterosexual men. And now that I have my vagina, I can have sex. I can have the kind of sex that I always wanted to have. I have a vagina. I can get my pussy ate. I can get fucked.
All right,
like
so
any
all right,
woman.
that's cool. Is natural born women killing trans women?
No, they're not.
Okay. So who is it that is killing trans women?
DL men who are shamed by cis women.
Oh, so it then reverts back. So men are killing trans women, and then it reverts back to now you're blaming us again for what men are doing to trans women.
And that's what I'm telling y'all. Y'all don't never take accountability for anything.
Everything is
never
our,
take accountability for anything.
Everything is our fault. So a man is out here killing transgender women, but women who are not killing transgender women are the blame for men killing
They don't
you?
have to do it. They don't have to do it because they shame men. They call men gay and it's nasty and disgusting. And they shame men and they I feel honestly, in my personal opinion, I feel like
that's
but especially black cis women, I feel like they probably tell straight men. Well, if you if I was you, if I was a man and somebody tricked me, and somebody tricked me, I would kill him. You should kill these punks who try to.
So you think that we're actually telling men that they should kill y'all?
I think a lot of them are.
Lady Luck, I think
a lot of them
mean
are.
no disrespect. I mean no disrespect when I say this.
I think a lot of them are.
I think that you have some deep-rooted issues that
with cis women. I sure do.
You need to seek therapy.
Just like I don't need therapy. I'm fine.
You do need therapy.
Women have
no, you're not fine. You have
Cis women have
a
issues with us.
delusional,
Cis
skewed
women have
look at
issues with
reality.
us.
Everything,
Y'all
no,
have the
everything
issue
that
with
you're
us.
saying,
We
everything that
can't
you're
live.
saying,
We can't do
everything that
anything.
you're
We can't
saying
play in
that
sports.
that is happening in
We
your
can't
community
do
is the men that you
anything.
deal with, but you keep going back to women and assuming. I'm not going talking to men telling them, oh, you need to kill them. We're not having those conversations, but your insecurities as a transgender
I don't have any
woman, you
insecurities.
have
Cis women are the
insecurities. You
ones
have
with the
high
insecurities.
insecurities.
I'm
Your
very secure with
insecurity, you're
myself. I'm
projecting
very
them
secure
and
with
you're
myself. Cis
assuming, no,
women
you're
are the
not.
ones with
No,
the
you're not. No,
insecurities.
you're
Yes,
not.
I
You're
am.
not
Yes,
secure
I
with
am
yourself.
very
If you were
secureable.
secure
Very
with yourself,
secureable.
you wouldn't
Very
keep placing
secureable.
blame on women for things that we have
Because
not
women,
done to
cis women
you.
are to
We have
blame
not,
for
we're
it.
not
Cis
having these
women are to blame
conversations with
for
men
it.
telling them to kill you. We're not telling men to kill you.
Some of
You're
them are. You don't
projecting
know
your
all.
insecurities
You do
on
not know
us.
all cis women. You don't know
I
all
know
cis women.
enough.
You don't know
I
what
know
all
enough.
cis women
I
are
know
doing.
enough.
You do
We're
not
not
know what
telling
all
men
cis
to
women are
kill you.
doing.
We're not telling men
Some
to
of them
kill you.
are.
Your problem
They
is that a
shame men.
man will
They
not
call
claim
them
you.
gay,
And
nasty, and disgusting for
you're mad
sleeping
at
with
us
us.
because they will claim us before they
Yes,
claim you. That's
I'm
not
not mad
our
about that.
problem.
I'm not
That's
mad
not
about
our
that because I
problem.
get
You
plenty
need
of
to
men.
take
I
that up
get
with the
plenty
men
of
that you
men.
deal with.
Okay?
That's not our problem. And you need to seek therapy for the
I don't
insecurities
need to
that you
seek
are
therapists. I don't have
projecting.
any
Yes, you
insecurities. A
do.
lot of y'all
Yes,
have
you do.
insecurities.
Yes, you
You need to
do.
seek. You
Yes,
should
you
seek
do.
therapy too. If
You,
I need to seek
we all,
therapy, you should
we
seek it
all,
too.
we all should
Okay?
seek therapy. We all should seek therapy. But I think that for you to have peace and understanding in your life, I think that is very, 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 very imperative that you seek it. Okay. And that's not saying that I don't need therapy, because as a Black community, we have suffered so much trauma. Okay. Just being Black, we need therapy just for that. Okay. So I'm not going to act like I don't I don't need therapy as a Black woman, but I'm just saying for you, sis, it's out of love and it's not no hate or malice in my heart for you. I swear to you. And I want you to understand, I don't hate you. I don't hate who you are. I'm not sitting here, and the majority of the women in my community are not sitting and telling men that they should kill you, that they should not love you. What we're saying is there's a difference between me and you, and you're mad that men are not claiming you, and that has nothing to do with us. That has everything to do with their insecurities and their sexuality. It has everything to do with how they identify and how they view the world. That has nothing to do with us. Men are the ones in the driver's seat for the most of the times. Like, men are the ones leading the world. Like, we are coming and we're fighting for our equality. We're fighting for our rights to be equal. But at the end of the day, this is a man's world. So for the fact that you are trying to blame women for your insecurities is crazy to
I
me.
don't
And
have any
I'm telling you,
insecurities.
you do have
Again,
insecurities.
no,
And
I
I'm
do
telling you
not.
out of
I'm
concern.
very
I'm telling you
secure.
out of concern. I'm not trying
A
to
lot of
berate
cis
you.
women are
I don't want you to
insecure.
feel less than me. I don't want you to
So what
feel.
about cis women? Do you think that cis women have a lot of insecurities? Do you think that cis women are envious and jealous of us?
I don't think that we
Huh?
are. I don't
I
think that
think
we are
that y'all
envious
are.
of
I
you.
think y'all are.
I
I
don't
think
think that we
y'all
are
are.
envious of you. I
I
think that
do. I
we,
do.
I
I
think
do.
that we do
I
not
do.
appreciate when you try to act like we're the same. I'll tell you that. I don't appreciate when you try to act like didn't have a transition. I'll tell you that. But
I
that doesn't mean that I love you any less. That
I
doesn't mean that
acknowledge
I
that I
hate
had a
you. If
transition.
there's a man who walked in my door today and he tells me, Nique, I'm the same as you, I'm gonna say, nigga, no, you're not. That's no diss to him. If there's even a lesbian woman who's also a biologically born woman and she tells me, Nique, I'm the same as you, I'm gonna say, no, the fuck you're not. I don't like coochie. I don't like pussy. I don't want to fuck women. We're not the same. So there's different people and identities and the way that we view the world. And that doesn't mean that I hate a lesbian. That doesn't mean I hate a man. And that doesn't mean I hate you. It's just a fact that we are different.
I understand biologically we are different. I'm not saying that
You
I am a
don't, though. You think that it's
biological
an attack.
female.
You think that it's
I
an
know,
attack.
I know I went through a transition and I started my transition when I was 12. So I know that I'm not biologically female. I understand that. I'm not saying that I'm biologically female.
Okay, but I want you to know that we don't hate you. We just want you to acknowledge that we are different. And it's a beauty in being different. There's a beauty in the fact that not all of us were born Caucasian. Not all of us were born Asian. Not all of us were born, Hispanic. There's a beauty in us being different people.
But can
And
I
that's all
say
that we're
this?
saying.
A
You're
lot of cis
denying the
women,
beauty in being
but a lot of
different. And that's
I'm not.
insulting to
But
us.
a lot of
That's
cis
insulting.
women, a lot of cis women call trans women. They say that we're not real women. We're men. The men who
You're
fuck us
not
are gay.
you're not a real
I'm not
woman.
what? I am a
You're
real
not a real
woman.
you were not a
I am a real
biological
woman.
born woman.
I ain't saying that I'm biologically female, but my womanhood is very much so real, just like it is to you. I'm not a fake woman. I'm not a fraudulent woman. I am a real woman. My womanhood,
All we're saying is that we were not biologically born the same.
and I understand that, and I'm not saying that we
Just
are.
like a biological woman who is a lesbian. I'm not born the same as her. I didn't grow up looking at women's asses and titties and shit like that and saying, ooh, I like her. I have a crush on her. I have a crush on a girl. I've never had a crush on a woman in my life. So even another person who is a biologically born woman, I'm not the same as her. We don't have the same experience, and that's all we're saying. Like, if I was to talk to a woman who's a lesbian, I would say, girl, we didn't grow up the same. I didn't grow up looking at women and having crushes on them. I looked at boys. That since I was in kindergarten, my first little crush was in kindergarten on a boy. Like, the experience that I have, even with other people in the LGBT community, is different. Even the ones who are biological as me, it's a difference, and it's not a diss to
Okay,
you. Just like
but
me
when y'all
telling a
say
lesbian woman, just like me telling a lesbian woman, we aren't the same. My cousin, I have a cousin that's a lesbian. She loves to eat pussy. She loves to fuck women. I am not the same as her. I don't want a woman to touch me in that way. I like masculine, like we're different. That's not a diss to me telling my cousin that we're different, because we are different, and she's not going to take that as such. You're
but you're not
envious
attacking her
and you're being
womanhood
mad
either.
that people.
I'm definitely not envious. You're very
You're
envious. A
being
lot of cis
mad.
women
I'm
are
not
very envious.
envious.
If a
Envious
straight
of
man, if a
what?
straight man,
Envious of
well, what am I
what?
gonna be envious for? What
Okay,
am
so
I
what
gonna
are we
be
envious
envious
of?
of?
Okay, all right, cool. That's cool. All
What
right,
am I
you
gonna
say
be
what?
envious of?
Okay,
If
all
a
right, that's
straight
cool.
man had
All right,
came to
that's
you
cool. All right,
and
that's
said
cool. Wait,
he
wait,
likes
wait,
trans
wait, wait,
women,
wait.
you will call
All
him
right, wait.
gay. You will call that man
If
gay if
he's
he said he
interested
likes
in a
trans
transgender
women.
woman and he's interested in a transgender woman who has male parts, he's not straight. I'll say that. But anyways,
What if she has? What
why?
if she has female
What
parts?
do we
What if she
have?
has
What do
female
we
parts
have?
though?
Okay.
How do you
What do
feel
we
about
have?
co-star
No,
trans
wait, you're
women?
going ahead. You're skipping ahead. We'll come back to that. That's fine. We'll come back to that and I'll answer that. What, as a natural born woman, what do you think that you said? No, we're envious. What are we envious of?
A lot of trans women are beautiful. Y'all are very envious of that. Y'all feel like we should look like
Okay, so
men
are
in
you
wigs.
saying that natural women are not beautiful?
I'm not saying that natural born women are not beautiful, but a lot of natural born women are a lot of natural born women are insecure. They're jealous. They are territorial
Jealous
over
of
men.
what?
That
Can
are
you
for
can
us
you can you
too.
elaborate when you
Straight
throw
men
out
are for
these
us too.
things? Okay, so when you
Straight men
throw
are for
out
us
jealous
too.
and you throw out
So
all these things, I need you to elaborate. What are we jealous of?
our looks, the fact that we're fucking the same men,
What about your
y'all
looks that
don't
we're
like
jealous
that.
of? What about your looks
Cause
that we're jealous of?
y'all expect us to look like men. Y'all expect us to.
Okay,
Y'all
what
do
are we
not
jealous
like
of
it
about your looks? Your looks
because
that majority of people who are transgender have to pay for surgery and go under
okay, but
feminization surgery. What are
y'all
we
steal
jealous
from our
of about that?
community. Y'all steal from our community.
What do we
Y'all
steal?
took our
What do we steal?
the ass. We started getting butt injections first,
We
and
stole
then
getting
y'all
ass.
started
We're
doing that.
naturally born with
We
ass. What are you talking
y'all
about?
cis
I have
women,
a big ass and
Nicki
I was born
Minaj.
with that. What are you
What about
talking about?
Nicki Minaj? Nicki
We were
Minaj,
born.
Cardi
I don't
B,
give a damn about Nicki Minaj. I don't give a damn about Cardi
and
B.
Cardi B.
Natural born women are born with ass. So why the fuck would we be jealous of you buying an
A
ass?
lot of strippers get their asses done, and we started doing
What does
that
that?
first.
Okay, so a
The
lot of
makeup.
natural born women do that. What are you talking about? So you started
Okay,
getting
those
plastic
I'm talking
surgery
about
first?
natural
Is that
born.
what you're saying?
I'm talking about yes. That's
So
what
you're
I'm.
telling me
Our
that transgender
community,
people
our
started to get
community, our
surgery
trans
first
women
before natural
started
born
getting
women.
ass
So
shots
so
first.
women were not
We
buying
the makeup tips, the lace fronts, the lace frontals. We did that first. The lace fronts, we did that first.
you as transgender women did lace fronts first?
Yes, yes. Gay men introduced
Oh,
y'all to that.
child.
We started doing all of that first. 15 years ago, y'all was wearing y'all real hair. Y'all was wearing Yaki weaves from the
So
beauty
we
supply
started
store.
wearing weave
We
because
started
transgender women
trans
was wearing
women,
weave.
all the colors, all the different colors, like the pinks, the purples, the orange, the
Oh,
different colors
child.
that's popular. We gay
Oh
men
my God.
introduced y'all to that. Gay men, gay hairstylists, gay makeup artists introduced y'all to that. We been doing that.
Wow.
All the slang,
So,
all the lingo,
so,
slay,
so,
slay,
okay.
slay, shade, all the lingo came from our community. Gay men called us.
Actually, I'm so sick and tired of y'all claiming lingo that it actually came from tea time in London. It actually came from tea parties, and a lot of those terms, as you know, sipping tea, and a lot of terms that you guys stake claim to, did not come from gay people. But y'all
Well,
claim certain
the
words
gay,
that came from y'all that didn't even come from y'all.
well, the gay
The fact that
community
you
started
are
that.
saying that I don't even want to talk to you no more. I can't.
Well,
Nique,
Yeah,
girl, where is this conversation even going? Because I'm just like kind of lost. I thought we
it's
were supposed to
not going
resolve
nowhere.
something. It's just not getting any. It's getting nowhere. It's like how we
It's
supposed to
not.
come to an
because
understanding.
cis women don't like to take accountability for
No, it's
anything.
not
So
all. But you keep saying it's not all cis women. No, you can't say all cis women. It's not all of them.
most
But
of
what are we
them,
not taking count? Do you feel like we're the blame, Ariel?
No,
That
it's.
are
I
we
think.
the
Let me say something. It's not. It's no. It's like I said. A man's gonna, like you said, a man's gonna do what you want to do. You can't blame him because he gets mad, and here's the root of it too. The reason why the men do end up killing us because they're mad that the secret is going to get out. That's rooted number
because of
one.
cis
That is a
women.
known
Don't
fact.
shame them for
And
it.
no, it has nothing to do with the cis woman. It's that they're cowards and they can't be true to themselves. That's what the problem is. Men need to be more open with themselves and true to themselves. And that's the trans one. And I'm going to just say this and say this as of now. Stop dealing with these niggas that don't want to deal with you in fucking public. And we won't have these problems. Stop dealing with them. But I'm not going to sit up here and blame. That's not their fault for that.
I believe it's their fault.
No, it's not their
I
fault.
believe
I'm
it
not going to
is.
sit here and blame them for that.
I'm a
These
blame them.
niggas are out here are just they're no fucking good. It's just down to it. And not only are they killing trans women, they kill fucking biological women too. Left and
Not like
fucking
us.
right. Yes, they do. They kill them just as
we're
well.
killed at a higher rate. Like, what are you
You sure
talking
the
about?
fuck is. You ain't lying about that.
We killed at a higher
Every
rate.
time I look around, I see a black woman end up being murdered by a man. So I'm not gonna blame the blame game. When it comes down to it, these men need to start being more honest and
Thank
honest with
you.
themselves too.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I really do appreciate that honesty of Ariel, if that's how
Yeah,
you
because
pronounce
I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, because me, like I said, I don't have any problem with biological women. Me, like I said, I'm
it.
gonna
Right.
fight with
Question.
y'all.
Right. Question. Lady Luck, since you say that women blame men, what about the men who blame men for that? Because men are the
Men are
ones who are
shamed by
calling
cis
other men gay.
women,
Let me
and
speak. Let me
they
finish.
and
Let
they
me
pass that
finish.
on to
Let me
other men.
finish. Men are calling other men gay and faggots and then telling them they're not real men because they date trans women. The other day, a rapper had another music guy on his show. I don't want to say, the other rapper's name because, he got a show on your thing, but, he said,
Fuck him.
he was talking to the other rapper and the other rapper was like, yes, I like trans women. And the rapper was like, so you mean to tell me you like trans? He proudly said, I didn't I just tell you that? And still he had to deal with the stigma of being next to a man that doesn't agree with that. So what about men who shame other men? It's not women.
Exactly.
You not
Fuck
mad at men who
Mano
shame
and
other men?
fuck Mr. C.
Huh?
Fuck Mano and fuck Mr. C. Fuck both of
Okay,
them
so okay,
motherfuckers.
why fuck Mr. C when Mr. C proudly said that he messes with
Mr.
y'all?
C
Proud.
had misgendered us and said that we were men dressed as women. That's disrespectful. We're not men dressed as women. We are. What he should have said was, "Don't say that.
Maybe
Trans
he
women
tripped
are
over himself.
women." And he should. And then he called himself trisexual. Why can't you stand firm in your
He said,
heterosexuality?
listen to what you just said. This is why we saying you got extra. He said, no, don't say that. Trans women are women, and you still mad at him because of what
That man
Mano
did not say
said.
that we were women.
You cannot be mad at other people for what straight men are saying. You mad at people who agree with you, at men who mess with you and all that, because
These
straight men
men,
don't want to mess with you.
and then
It's
there was a
men that
lesbian on the
other men.
show. Then there was a lesbian on the show said, "So are you gay? So why he got to be gay for dealing with us?"
Because
No, he.
she's asking questions as the interviewer, she's asking questions that the public are wondering so that it can be set straight. That's the job of the interviewer. It was not to get at trans. It's so that he, the person that's proudly here to say that he's proud about it, can answer questions that people may be ignorant to. You have to sometimes
Yeah.
understand the job of the interviewer. Also, why is it that you keep going back to that, talking about, it's women for, that, why is it that every time Nique asks you a question, that's the root of what you go back to? How even dare you say that we telling y'all to kill, that we telling men to kill y'all? We never, there's not one more woman in history that told a man to go and kill that transgender.
Sure enough.
No.
And let me, you know what?
They have
Can
the
I say
power to do
something
so. I
too?
think, in my
Wait a minute. Can I
opinion,
say something
they
else?
can manipulate
I'm
these
sorry.
men.
Can I say something else?
They don't care that much. They go get a man who they don't need to manipulate.
Can I say something else too? Hello?
We listening.
Go ahead. We can
Okay.
hear you.
So my thing is this too. When it comes down, because like I said, I want to get to I like I said, it's good to have these conversations, but I just feel like with some with some trans women, I'm not gonna say all, you can't be so defensive. You got to hear their side, because I understand what they're saying. So it's like we can't be too defensive to what they're saying. Like I said, when they sit up there and say that we're different, that is a fact. We are different. We are not the same. And that to me is not an insult, because it's facts.
Thank you.
All right, Valerie has entered again. What is it that you wanted to chime in and say?
It's so long past now, but I was just gonna go back over the whole I think Lady Luck might have a lot of I can if she's post-op, like she says, it might be a lot of resentment from what I personally know from post-op trans women. Their dating pool shrinks dramatically after getting surgery, because the irony of the situation is that these heterosexual men that
They
date,
are heterosexual.
with some gray area, I don't dispute it, but they're somewhere in the Kinsey scale.
Ain't no
But
gray area in there. I have a
neither
vagina.
here
They're
nor
not.
there, but whatever.
Okay.
Some of them, most of them, they don't want a post-op because they figure, why would I take?
Okay, but I don't date men who like pre-op trans girls. I date men who like
Men
women with
like pre-op.
vaginas.
That's
I
all men
have a
like. That's all
vagina.
men like. Men who
Okay,
like
but when a man taking my
sexuality.
panties
Men do
down, he
not
see a
like post-op.
pussy.
Men
He
do
don't
not
see a
like post-op
penis.
trans women. They don't. I'm
Oh,
sorry. And
They
you know
don't.
okay, but you
true.
can't speak for my pussy, baby. You don't know what my
I
pussy
can. I've
does.
met. I met men
Okay,
who have.
but everybody's sex change
I
is
have
not the
met
same.
men who have
Okay.
All right, one at a time.
vaginas.
Lady Luck, allow Valerie to
Please. Oh
say
my
her
God.
her
Calm
stand.
down, Lady Luck. Wow. But I have personally met men who have been with post ops, and their reasoning is, why do I want to be with a post op when I can be with a cis woman? Why am I going to take a tube of skin that is inverted when I can't? And this is harsh to say, and I know that means a lot to you that you got your surgery, but you and I both know the truth of what people say about the surgery, and I think that is why you are very bitter. Now, because your dating pool is shrinking dramatically because men do not want post-ops.
Go ahead, Lady Luck. Respond to what she said. Not
Thank you.
defensively. Speak. Valerie didn't raise her voice. She did not raise her voice at all. She spoke to you with respect. So respect, give it back, and speak with a regular tone. Go ahead.
Okay. So I do not deal with men who like pre-op trans women. I deal with men who like women with vaginas. I have a vagina. And it's not some inverted penis. It's not just a tube of skin. That's so disrespectful that you would say that.
But isn't that what it's made out of? I got one too. That's what it's made out of.
Wait,
Like a
y'all
crybaby.
come on, y'all. Why y'all attack on like that?
My vagina self lubricates. I have orgasms.
Go
Ooh,
ahead, Nyla. What do you want to say?
child, that was just too much. I just want to say, in my opinion, I totally agree that we should be open to us. One, for our safety,
And two, for that, because with the knowing the society we in, especially as a black transgender woman, and how people can be, it's better to be upfront.
Men are aggressive. That is going to make them mad. Men don't appreciate that. And you're taking advantage of a man if you hide that part of yourself, because just because men like femininity, James Charles looks feminine. That doesn't mean a guy is going to want to do him because he's feminine. You can find femininity in men or women, but a man who wants a biological woman and a woman, if you're presenting as such, but you're not telling him that, okay, no, I don't actually, like, I wasn't born this way, then I'm not saying you can't be, well, in a sense, you can't be surprised if he does get angry with that kind of thing, because you're essentially lying to him.
Yeah, my thing is this.
There's a lot.
Let Ariel
Unfortunately,
speak.
a large
Let Ariel
subset.
wait.
Can
Let
I say
Ariel
this?
speak. Wait, let Ariel speak, and then
So
somebody
yeah,
else.
my thing is this. Yeah, you do, because it's like It's like it's what am I? And what I do is I give them an option. Like if they don't, well, there's some that can tell already, and there's probably some that don't, because I had guys who couldn't tell. But I'll let them know up front, even before and after my surgery, and I'll let them know up front. This is what it is. Now you can still mess with me, or you can go on about your business. I give them the option. You always want to give them an option because I think it's fair.
Yeah, because it becomes.
Lady Luck, why do you think that you don't have to, like, why, like, do you, like,
Can I say something?
who said that?
Okay.
It's Queen.
Go ahead.
Okay, I feel like this is where a lot of trans people differ, because me personally, if I'm in person and like a group of dudes come up and one of them trying to get my number, I'm not going to disclose that information right there.
Not right
Yeah,
there,
I
but
said
But
that
if I
earlier.
do take the chance to take the chance to text them, then I'm going to let them know. But like it depends on
Right.
if it's online or if it's in person, because that will put
Yeah,
us in a lot of
That's
danger.
understandable.
Just because
I don't think that,
Right.
but we're not saying that you should tell everybody that you come encounter with. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is when you dealing with somebody, then you should
yeah,
give them the option to deal with you or
Most
not.
definitely. Most
yeah.
What
definitely.
Lady
Yeah, I
I
Luck is
agree.
agree.
saying,
I
Lady Luck
agree.
is
I
saying,
agree.
"Oh, I don't
I
have to
agree to
tell
that.
nobody nothing. I'm just gonna do what I want because I just got this surgery," which that's
No.
not cool.
and my,
No,
my
that
thing
the
is this.
guy.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Yeah.
minute. Let me say something too. And that's where, and
Most
this is where this, and here's my thing, and what makes me do mad about that, because it's like, and that's why people think that we're all out here tricking, and all of us is not like that.
no,
No.
You
definitely
got
not.
to give the
Majority
option.
not.
That's not me.
If you are a person and if you told somebody authentically who you are and they wouldn't choose
Yes.
you, it's
Yes.
That's
pathetic to
their
want
right.
that
That's
person.
their.
Why
And
would
my
you
thing is,
want
if
Y'all
they
hear
somebody
me?
choose
Can
who?
I
you,
say
that's their
this?
preference. It's their
Why?
Nick, can you
Can
preference.
hear
I
me?
say this?
Yeah, wait a
Can I
second.
say?
I just want to speak to Lady Luck though. Like, why would you want to deal with somebody that if you told them 100% who you are, they would not want you? That's kind of pathetic.
It's race.
Self-deprecating,
Okay,
really.
can you hear
Yeah,
me?
because all of us don't do that. But can I say
Can you
this?
hear me?
When I met my husband, we were casually, started to date. But I told him, because I gave him the option. Now, at that point, that's up to him. If he wants to stay, he stays. I had to let him know. Are you sure this is what you want to get involved with? Are you sure? Because your family, if they know, they may not approve, and you may have issues with your family, or is this something for you? So for me, I think it's a good idea that you do let the person know, because any relationship should start off with honesty. But that's just me, Jackie, saying that. It should be an honest exchange. Yes, this is who I am, and you should give that person that option.
All right,
Yeah,
Lady Luck, I want Lady Luck to speak.
Hello, can you hear me?
Go ahead. Somebody's phone is clicking.
All right. What was the question?
Why do you feel like you don't have to disclose that information?
Well, I would disclose that information if I was dating the guy. If the guy was interested in me and he wanted to date me, then yes, I would tell him that I had
I'm talking
sex
about somebody that
reassignment
you're
surgery.
sexually active with. Why would you build
If
a
I just met
foundation with
him,
anybody on a lie?
okay, did I just meet him at the club? Like,
Somebody that you're sexually active with. I don't know how soon you have sex. I'm talking about somebody that you're sexually active with.
No, it's none of their business. If I'm just meeting
It
them at the
could.
club and we just trying to hook up, and if we're hooking up, then no, I'm not going to tell him
And
anything.
you don't
I
think that
have a
that's
pussy.
dangerous?
I have a pussy in between my legs, and my pussy is fully functional. I self lubricate. I don't have to use any lube. I have orgasms,
Hey, Nick,
and I have breasts. I have a nice ass. I'm a beautiful woman. So why in the fuck would I tell him that I
Because
used
you
to?
are
Do you
not
do you
biologically
I
woman, and
am a
because
woman,
that
though.
is
I'm a
taking
woman
away his
now,
consent.
so it does
That is
not
taking
matter.
away
I am a
that is
woman
taking
now.
away his
I am a
why you
consent.
heterosexual. I'm heterosexual. I like men and
You are
heterosexual.
a
And I like.
transgender
I am
woman
a
who is
heterosexual
interested
woman
in you
of
are a
trans experience.
transgender
You
woman,
cannot
which is
tell me who I am. You cannot tell me who I am, Nick.
transgender? You're not a woman.
Okay? I'm a
yeah,
woman. I am
but
all
you
woman,
God
actually.
made you a
saying
I'm
man.
that
all
you
woman.
are the
I don't
same
care what
obedient
you
is
think about
open.
me.
I said
That's
God.
your opinion. If you feel
So
God
like
are
I'm
we
not a
going to
woman, then
ignore the
okay,
mental
that's
health
fine.
aspect? Are we
That's
going to
fine.
ignore the
You don't
mental
have to
health
feel like I'm a
aspect?
woman, but I'm all woman, and I have a vagina, and
God
I'm
How
heterosexual.
old
I
Sister,
like
are
men
how old
only.
are you, Lady Luck? How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 30.
30. Can you
Yeah.
describe what it is to be a woman?
I mean, being a woman, it may be different for you. Being a woman is
No, being a
different
woman is an
for me.
experience. It's not. It's being a woman is generally being the same for every woman. So she's asking what it means to be a woman,
don't
because that's
deflect.
what you're trying to emulate is a
Don't,
woman.
I
So what
ain't
does
trying
that
to
mean?
emulate. I'm not trying to emulate anything. I'm being myself. I'm not trying. That's an insult. Now you disrespecting me. I'm not emulating anything. I
you
am a
a woman.
woman. I
You
made that
not
transition
Who's
when I
saying
was
that being
12 years old.
pansexual
I was
sex
12 years
can be
old when I
sex
made that
ugly?
But you,
transition.
so
I
you're
am a
saying that you
woman.
made the choice, unlike other women who
Not the
did not have that
choice,
choice.
not the
You
choice,
made the
because
choice to be a woman.
I
You had
had
to pay. You
I
had to
felt
pay
like
for
this
everything
since
that you
I was
have.
three
You
years
probably
old.
had to pay for
So
your
I did not make
vaginoplasty.
any choice. The only choice I made was to
So
be
you didn't pay
myself
for
as a
surgery. So you
woman.
didn't pay for surgery.
I
You
sure
didn't pay for
did.
surgery. So
I
that was a
sure
choice
did.
then. That was still a choice. No one
hey, Lady
forced you.
Luck,
It
Lady
doesn't
Luck,
matter if it was a choice. It doesn't
a
Lady
matter.
Luck.
It
But
may
you
be
just
a
said it
choice to
wasn't a
you.
choice. You
It
just
may
said
be
it
a
wasn't
choice
a
to you. To
choice.
you, it may be a choice. You
Hey,
can
No,
call
Luck,
it
for
a
Lady
you
Luck,
it
choice.
was a
But
Lady
I
choice.
Luck,
made
Oh my
hello,
goodness.
If
Lady
that's how
Luck.
you feel, then that's how you feel. I don't really care how you feel
girl.
about me,
We
sweetheart.
never
So
get an answer for what a
It's not
woman is.
about
I've asked
caring,
if
but
you
Hey,
can send me
I
her
don't care how you
availability.
feel
We've
about me,
never
honey.
asked what a woman is.
So
you're not about to be
Hey,
raping people like it's cool. That's why y'all get kicked. It's not cool. My
J
friend tried.
that's
J
why black
J
men,
J
that's why
J
y'all get
J
killed by
J.
police officers. Okay, how about that?
You do too.
Okay,
Yeah, you
all
ain't a
right.
real fucking
Let's
man.
all right.
Straight
Let's
men, I
reset.
date straight men. I'm a straight woman of trans
No, you're not.
experience. Okay,
Me.
I am a
Okay, Lady Luck.
heterosexual woman.
Lady Luck.
I
Can you
have a
answer
This
the?
is your
Can you
vagina.
answer? Can you answer the question?
So, and I'm sick of y'all always trying
Okay,
to
can you
define
answer
us
the
and tell
question?
us
All
who
right,
we
we offer
are.
that. We offer that. We offer that. Can you define and can you explain to us what it means to be a woman?
What it means to be a woman. Well, what it means to be a woman may be different from you than it is to me.
I'm not
Like
asking
you may
myself.
think
I'm
that being a
asking
woman
you.
is
I'm
having
asking
ovaries and
you.
having a uterus.
Okay,
this
but I'm not
Okay, but
asking
that ain't what
myself.
being a
I'm not
woman is
asking.
to
Okay,
me.
I'm not asking myself. I'm asking Lady Luck. What is it mean to Lady Luck to be a woman? What does it mean to
What
you?
does it mean to me to be a woman? Well, I don't know what it means because I mean it's just
understanding.
I can't tell you how I can't tell you because I've always felt like this since I was 3 years old. I've always felt
What is
born in
the
the wrong
feeling? What is the
body,
feeling? Can you explain it to us?
feeling
The
feeling
feeling of
like
being a woman.
feeling like I'm a girl trapped in the wrong body. The mental, the heart, the soul is of a female, and I
Okay, can you explain that? What is it to be a woman?
so, can I try to answer the question?
God ain't give her the
What?
answer.
I know I want to hear from Lady Luck, honestly. Then we'll go to you,
Okay.
Nyla.
Okay.
I want to
what
go
does
after
it mean to
Nyla.
be a woman, sweetheart? Look, being a woman for me is probably different for being a woman to you.
No,
No,
but I'm not asking me. I'm asking you. What is being a woman to you?
stop
Well,
deflecting.
I live my life every. I've been living my life as a girl since I was 12 years old.
But what did
So
that look
that
like?
means every day I wake up. I don't know how. I mean,
Exactly.
what do you want me to say?
What does it mean
what
if you're
What
it
do you
is
want me to say?
to
What do
be
you
a
experienced?
want me to say?
woman.
What do you want me to say? Having ovaries, having a uterus, carrying a
No,
baby.
when you
No,
go
you
Any
don't
cis
outside,
have an
woman
ovary,
can
so
do
that's not
that
what we're looking for you to say.
because
You don't have ovaries, so
that's
why?
all y'all want is that's what y'all think. That's all y'all want to hear is
That's
having
not what we
that's
want
ovaries
to
just
and a
hear.
that's
We want
uterus.
to
more
hear
And
reflective
all
of
why
what
cis
you
you
feel
think a
women
like.
woman
cannot
is.
We
carry
want
a
to
child.
hear
And
no,
if I
no,
could carry
no.
a child,
If I
I
know
would
that
love
you
to
don't,
carry a
if I
child.
know that you don't have ovaries, why do you think that I want you to say that you feel like you got ovaries? That's stupid as hell. I want you to explain what it means to be a woman. I don't want you to give a definition of a person like me, a natural born woman, because of course we feel different. I want to know what you feel it means to be a woman, what Lady Luck feels, not what you think I want you to say, not what you think I may think that you think. I want to hear what you think. I want to know what you feel makes you a woman.
Well, I don't feel like I'm a man, if that makes sense.
Don't.
That
What
doesn't.
does a
So can
man
you
feel like? What
elaborate?
does being a man feel like?
I don't feel like I'm a man. What makes me a woman is, I can't really explain it. It's hard to
The
explain
thing is,
that.
the feeling that you
It's
have,
really hard to
the feeling
explain
that you
that.
have is not shared
The doc
amongst women.
the
The, fe-
guideline
the
for that.
feeling that you have that makes you feel like
I
you're a
do not
woman,
care
women
if it's not.
don't have that.
I don't care if y'all don't
Can I
have that
just
Listen,
feeling.
say?
I
listen.
do
Can I
not
just
Can
care.
say?
I can I
You
can
Can
I
I
cannot
answer
just
tell
this?
me
say?
that I'm not a
All
woman
right.
though.
All
Like
right.
you
So
cannot
all
tell
right, all
me.
right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Everybody pause. Everybody pause. All right. Nyla wanted to go next. Nyla is a trans woman. Explain.
Okay, well, first I just want to address, talk to my sister Lady Luck. Yes, you are a woman, but I see that you come up, you know, you're in defense mode. But sometimes we got to open our hearts and listen with understanding. But the way I see it as a trans woman,
They
I'm,
are
a, I'm,
attacking my
a,
womanhood, and I don't like that.
I
Just like
understand.
this man right here in the chat trying to do the
I,
same
I,
thing.
I understand, sister, but sometimes
Right.
we gotta keep it cute.
Cannot.
I understand. Let me speak to her. I understand, but sometimes we gotta keep it cute. And your post I'm pre-op, okay? But don't you feel that like anybody, straight, trans, whatever, if you get in a relationship or you dealing with somebody sexually, I think it's very important for you to disclose your past.
I agree.
So if like let's say if, as a woman, if you were a stripper, you should disclose to that person that you were a stripper. Anything in your past, if you been with that person, you should disclose your past. So with that
Yeah,
being said, you should let them, hey, I'm a woman now, but I was born at birth, I was born a different gender. You
and
know what
that's
I'm saying?
how I feel. And that's how I feel.
But that's
But
not
what's
what you
wrong with
said.
qualifying that?
You said that you said I don't have to tell people
I
that's not
know
their
that I
business.
was. I know I wasn't born. A, I know I wasn't born female, and I know I wasn't born with ovaries and a uterus. However, I
Can we
made the
leave a uterus and
transition
ovaries out of the conversation? Because I
Okay.
because
swear
that's
to
how
you,
y'all feel.
but
That's how
that's
Can I
y'all
not
say
feel.
something?
what makes us women is not just the fact that we have ovaries. That
Can
doesn't
I
But
say
that's how
Okay.
something?
y'all
So
feel.
that's
Anytime when y'all
but that
come for
see that's
trans women, that's y'all
but
main excuse to us.
Lady
Can
that's
I
Luck,
say
not. I'm
something
sitting
though?
here
No, wait
literally
a minute.
telling
Not
you.
all of them. Not
Lady
all
Luck,
of
Can
let
them.
I
me
say
Wait a
something?
minute.
let me
Wait a
All
minute.
of them do. I
Can I
don't
say
care.
Uh,
All
something?
of them do.
Lady
can I
Luck,
Can I
say
let me
say
speak.
something?
Let me
something?
speak, sister. Go, hold on, somebody else asked to speak. Go ahead,
It's
love.
Ariel.
Yeah, I
I'm
just
the
wanted
other
to.
trans woman. Can I say? Well, I'm gonna let you finish, then I'm gonna chime in.
Yeah, my thing is this. I feel like the animosity of the idea that a trans woman has to qualify her past with a sexual partner, and that the dislike of having to do that circles back to the dichotomy between trans women and biological women. The Unfortunately, we can't deny that being a woman is an experience. But like Yanni said earlier, you're socialized from very young to know that girls can't do certain things that boys can do. At the same age, at 12, I couldn't go to the corner store, but my brother could. When I
Right.
go out, I was sexualized from a very, very young age. But besides the socialization, there are certain sex dependent diseases that, as even a transgender woman, you will never experience. And so when we're trying to say like, oh well, I'm a woman just like you, okay, but there are certain physiological experiences you will never have,
Yeah,
and
and
those are
that's what
things
makes
I am
me.
But
going
I
to
That's
do
have.
feel like I'm a woman just like you though. But you can
Okay.
keep going.
I'm sorry.
How?
Okay, let me say something. Sister, let
Can
me
I
say
say
something.
something? Can I just?
I
I'm
don't care
sorry.
why
Go
you
Can I
looking
chime
like
in?
that.
go
I'm
ahead,
sorry.
boo.
Can
Go
I
ahead.
chime in?
Go ahead.
So yeah. So I'm just gonna say this. Like me, like I said, me being a post-op trans woman, we are not the same as biological. I'm sorry. We're
That's
just
how
not
you
the
feel.
same.
That's your opinion. That's your
No, that's
opinion.
those
I
are
It's
don't
facts.
have to feel like
literally
Those
that.
are facts.
biological
The
facts,
fact
though.
in
I
your
don't get it.
opinion,
Those
it's
are
your
facts.
opinion,
We're not
okay?
the same.
That is a fact.
I know that I don't have a uterus. I know I don't have ovaries. If I know I can't give birth. I
Will
know
you
all of
ever
this.
develop
But
cervical
do
cancer?
I
Will you
do I
ever
want
get
to give birth? Yes.
endometriosis?
Would I like to
Will
give
you ever
birth?
get breast
Would
cancer?
I like to
No.
carry a child? Yes. Would I like to
I
carry
didn't
a
ask
child?
what you
Most
like to do.
definitely.
Can you get cervical cancer? Can you get uterine
Right.
cancer? Can you do any of those things? No, none of those things can happen to you. Can you physically have a hysterectomy? No, you cannot.
Thank you.
Okay,
You cannot
but
experience certain physical things that
okay,
can
well you
affect a
can't
woman's
experience certain
health.
things that trans
No,
women
but
have.
that's what I'm
You
trying
cannot
to,
experience
that's
certain
the
things
That's
that
point.
we
what
go
But
through.
you don't
Okay?
see biological women equating themselves to trans women. It's you
Yes,
as a
trans
trans woman
women can
equating
get yeast
yourself to
infection.
us.
Because there are no
Do
I
you
That's
am
the
not
do you
saying that
difference.
because
Men
You
not
can
can't
get
not
get
am
a
a woman.
UTI.
I
You
live
can't
my
get a
life as a
UTI.
woman.
You can't
men
get a
Okay?
can
That's
UTI. You
get
can't
fine.
get a
UTI.
And that's
yeast
fine.
Yes,
infection.
you
And that's
can,
fine.
darling.
And that's fine.
Both
I'm
sexes
not
can
saying
get
that
yeast
I'm not saying
infection.
that I'm a biological woman. I ain't saying that.
you are. You're saying that we're
However,
the same
I'm not
You
saying
literally said that.
that I
by saying
am
that
a
we're the same,
biological
but by
female.
saying that we're the
I'm
same,
saying
you
that
are
I
saying
am,
that.
however, I'm a
You
woman.
are
I am a
saying that.
woman of
You're
trans
saying that. By
experience.
saying that
I am
we
a
are the
woman of
same, you're saying
trans
that you're a
experience.
biological woman.
And when I date men, that makes me straight. And when men date me, that makes them straight. Yes.
I want you to let
But
you.
Okay, let me.
sexuality is
I date
very much
straight
linked to
men.
your
Straight men.
biology.
I deal with straight men
A gay
only
man
and
isn't
only.
heterosexual.
Lady luck.
A drag
I
man
am
isn't
not. I'm not.
heterosexual.
Okay, but
A
those are
transgender
gay
woman
men.
is not
I'm going to
A
bed.
heterosexual.
trans woman is
Hetero-
heterosexual. A trans
Lady luck.
woman is
Not
I'm about
heterosexual.
to
You
go to
cannot
bed,
define me and
y'all.
tell me my
No,
sexuality
Jackie, don't
and
leave.
tell me who I am. I am heterosexual.
Oh.
I don't like women.
Niche,
I like
I
men. I'm not
can't,
a
man.
lesbian. I'm not. If I like women, that
Oh,
makes me a
girl.
lesbian. If I like men, that makes me straight. Okay,
All right,
that's
let's
what it
Well,
hear
so
from
is.
there
Jackie.
is,
Let's hear from Jackie. Let's hear from Jackie.
okay, there is a
So
difference
stop shaming
between
men for dealing with
gender.
us.
There is a difference between gender identity and sexuality, and I think sometimes people get that confused. There
I
is
said that
a
earlier.
difference between that. Okay, because you could be transgender and still be attracted to women, or you could be transgender and and be attracted to both men and women, or
Mm-hmm.
you're just transgender and attracted to men. So that's what I wanted to say,
Okay.
just so people could understand, because I think that's the confusion sometimes,
Okay,
where
but
people always want to.
what do you have to say to Lady Luck who says that we are the same?
We're
I
not.
do not think that we are. I'm not saying that I'm a
From
biological
my
woman, Nick. I'm not
well,
saying that.
What do you have to
ooh,
say to
child.
Lady Luck who says
Okay, I just hear a lot of feedback in the background. Okay, for me, I identify as a woman. I do know I'm a woman of trans experience. I had to transition in order to have my full experience. I mean, I knew I was when I was 5 years old. I knew I couldn't relate to males. I couldn't. I
Thank
was
Exactly.
you.
jumping double
Exactly.
dutch.
Thank
I didn't.
you.
I mean, I was
That's
5
exactly
years
how
old.
I feel.
From my experience, I mean, when I was 5 years old, I was like, I'm like, why are you putting this on me? Why do I have to play with the boys, or why do I have to do this? Because of course we're conditioned to follow certain gender social
Yes.
norms. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? But for me,
Yes.
I was woman. But I was being told, no, guys, boys don't do that. But I'm like, but I'm not a boy. This is what's going on in my
Right.
head. Okay, because I couldn't relate to anything masculine.
Let's
Excuse
understand
me if
too that there are plenty of
excuse
young
me if I
girls
sound hoarse.
who are into things boys are into. There are plenty of young girls who plays
Exactly.
boys sports. There's plenty of young girls who
Right.
like blue.
Exactly.
But I think a lot of the problem we have here is that there are trans women who try to diminish the woman experience down to us being able to
I
have kids
don't
or
do
have
that.
boobs. And that's not
I
Okay,
okay.
but
It's just
don't
not
everybody
okay.
don't do
I
But it's
that.
not all it
Everybody
is to
I
don't
be a
do
say this.
that.
woman.
So
Hello.
You did say that though.
Hello. Let me say this. I cannot speak for every trans woman. Every trans woman, we all have our experiences. We all come from a different background. Some of us, it depends on how you were raised and so forth. I know for me, I respect everybody. I respect women. I admire women.
cis women don't
That's my
respect us.
perception.
but Lady Luck,
Yeah, I
I could
do.
tell,
That's
is
true.
envious of women. And
No, I
despite
know.
Women don't have
Oh
big
my
udders.
God.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do
I don't
No,
think she's envious. I just think
Can
she's
I
in defense.
can I
Right,
just say something?
no, I don't think so.
Can I just say something real quick?
no, I'm not jealous for. I know for me, I ain't got no reason to be jealous. Excuse me if I sound a little hoarse, but I ain't got no reason to be jealous.
Personally, myself, I can, because in the past I did want that bottom surgery, but like coming to terms with how technology hasn't caught up with you yet, and a lot of trans women delude themselves into thinking just because the doctor rearranges the penis that you do have a vagina. But if you look at it all, this surgery has been sold as a big lie, you know. And I think it just forces people to accept. I mean, I understand like genital dysphoria and gender dysphoria. I get all that. Like, I've definitely been in those shoes, but I had to come to accept that that surgery is not the answer. Because it's just not the real thing. And so until like they can actually give you a actual,
Elaborate on why you feel like it's not the answer.
it's not the answer because it's just not. It's like a cheap approximation. Honestly, it's not self cleaning. It is not like let's take the fact that a natal vagina is a muscular tube and it can contract and do all these things. That's why it's self cleaning, self lubricating. The trans woman's vagina that they give you is literally like a tube of skin. I mean, a lot of them do look aesthetically pleasing, and they do like they can like come close looking realistically, but having to dilate for the rest of your life or potentially having fistulas or something, that's just not, I don't know, that's just not something I want to be a part of my life for like years down the line to come, you know?
I'm sorry, the shit got me heated. I see the comment. People, you don't understand. My wife had
Well,
her
And
husband was the
I do
size
think
of
it
a
is a
can I
baby.
say,
factor
am I
too.
still on mute?
People thought my
Am I
wife
still
was
on mute?
pregnant
ATG,
because of
wait,
the
wait, wait, wait.
size.
ATG, before you respond, let Lady Luck respond. Lady Luck,
I
please
don't
do
like
not be.
she
Wait, wait,
disrespected me.
wait, 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 wait.